Before wasting your time, we are going to share top 5 best gaming laptop. Number 5 on the list is Acer Predator Helios 300. We loved Acer's Predator Helios 300 during the GTX 10 series era, and the current generation Helios still manages to punch above its weight class compared to other $1,500 laptops. It may not be the best gaming laptop, but it's one of the best value machines around. The newest version of the Helios packs an RTX 3060 GPU and a sleeker form factor without raising the price significantly. It also has a 144Hz screen and smaller bezels, putting it more in line with sleek thin and lights than its more bulky brethren of the previous generation. The only real drawback is the diminutive SSD, although the laptop has slots for 2 SSDs and an HDD, which makes upgrading your storage as easy as getting a screwdriver. You often need to get handy with the upgrades at this end of the price spectrum, and the Helios 300 is no different in that respect. If you're desperate for just that little bit of extra gaming performance and hang the sense of it or the sound and fury of it, the turbo button is Acer's one-touch GPU overclocking feature. The Predator laptops have this simple feature designed to eke out as much extra gaming performance as possible. In theory, it's a neat feature, but much as we saw with the Predator Triton earlier this year, you really only get about a 1 to 3% increase in performance. It also makes your system run very hot and distractingly loud. Honestly, I really don't think it's worth it unless you're truly militant about maximizing your frames per second. Or have a really good noise-canceling gaming headset. But for its $1,500 sticker price, the 15-inch Predator Helios 300 provides high-end 1080p gaming performance at a mid-range price. Even without the dubious utility of the turbo button. The design changes are small but smart, like the power cord in the back instead of the side, having room for 3 storage drives, and the price-performance ratio is great. And that all makes the Acer Predator Helios 300 a strong contender for one of the best gaming laptops around. Number 4 on the list is MSI GS66 Stealth. The MSI GS66 is one hell of a machine. It's sleek, slick, and powerful. But it's not NVIDIA Ampere's power without compromise, however. MSI has had to be a little parsimonious about its power demands to pack something as performant as an RTX 3080 into an 18mm thin chassis. The top GPU is the 95W version, which means it only just outperforms a fully unleashed RTX 3070, the sort you'll find in the Gigabyte Aorus 15GXC. But it is still an astonishingly powerful slice of mobile graphics silicon. It can get a little loud, but thankfully, you have the benefits of all the NVIDIA Max-Q 3.0 features at your disposal. This includes Whisper Mode 2.0, which will bring gaming down to barely audible levels for when you want to be stealthy. The GS66 also comes with an outstanding 240Hz 1440p panel, which perfectly matches the powerful GPU when it comes to games. Sure, you'll have to make some compromises compared to an RTX 3080 you might find in a hulking workstation, but the MSI GS66 Stealth is a genuinely slimline gaming laptop. It's a shame laptop manufacturers are seemingly just content to use old chassis and cooling designs for their new NVIDIA-based gaming laptops. Things are getting ever more thermally constrained when it comes to performance because new hardware is being dropped into old designs. This is the compromise with the GS66, and you have to be absolutely invested in having a low-profile gaming laptop to make it worth paying the price. And remember, that price is paid both in frame rates and in dollar bills. NVIDIA's new suite of Max-Q goodies help, although it's a shame they are likely to be overlooked as manufacturers fail to offer consistent messaging about them, and users aren't necessarily going to go digging into exactly how they all work. But they do work, and this latest tranche of gaming laptops will absolutely be the best we've ever seen. Unfortunately, it might just be tougher than ever to figure out exactly which machine is right for you. There's a lot to love about the latest MSI GS66. This implicitly means there is also a lot that will frustrate. The overall machine is rather lovely, it's seriously thin, especially for a gaming laptop, and comes with some seriously tasty internal specs too, but there are places where it feels like it might have benefited from a little extra design time. Number 3 on the list is Lenovo Legion 5 Pro. The Legion Pro 5 proves that AMD is absolutely a serious competitor in the gaming laptop space. Pairing the mobile Ryzen 7 5800H with the RTX 3070 results in a laptop that not only handles modern games with ease, but that can turn its hand at more serious escapades too. The QHD 1610 165Hz screen is a genuine highlight here and one that makes gaming and just using Windows a joy. It's an IPS panel with a peak brightness of 500 nits too, so you're not going to be left wanting whether you're gaming or watching movies. The Legion Pro 5 really is a beast when it comes to gaming too, with that high-powered RTX 3070. With a peak delivery of 140W, it's faster than some 3080s, being a great match for that vibrant screen. You're going to be able to run the vast majority of games at the native 2560x1600 resolution at the max settings and not miss a beat. The fact that you can draw on DLSS and enjoy some ray tracing extras for the money all helps to make this an incredibly attractive package. This is a lovely laptop to actually type on too. Folks have always gushed about how good Lenovo keyboards are. I always ignored them because I don't trust people that are too into keyboards. But I will admit, I think I get it. The rounded bottom keycaps have a nice feel to them. Add that with the large 4.7x 3-inch touchpad, and you've got yourself a lovely work laptop that plays games well. I wish other laptop makers would take advantage of the added space of 17-inch gaming laptops and use it to make our lives easier. Number 2 on the list is Asus ROG Zephyrus G14. The new version of the Zephyrus G14 for 2022 impresses us once again with its well-balanced spec and excellent gaming performance. Seriously, this thing shreds through frames up to its 120Hz refresh rate, and it's great for much more than gaming. 2.we checked out the version with AMD's RX 6800s under the hood, though there is an option for an RX 6700s for a chunk less cash. Arguably, that cheaper option sounds a bit better to us, as the high-end one can get a little pricey and close in on the expensive but excellent Razer Blade 14. It's not helped much by its 32GB of DDR5 to 4800 RAM in that regard, though we do love having all that speedy memory raring to go for whatever you can throw at it. At its heart is the AMD Ryzen 6900HS. That's one of the top chips from AMD's Ryzen 6000 series, but not its best and brightest, though you're really fighting over boost clocks and not much else when it comes to the tippy top of the Red Team's mobile processors anyways. It delivers 8 cores and 16 threads of the Zen 3 Plus architecture, capable of boosting to 4.9 GHz, which it actually does on occasion, so that's more than acceptable by me. That GPU and CPU combo makes quick work of our benchmarking suite, however, and I have to say I'm heartily impressed with the G14's gaming performance overall. That's even without turning to the more aggressive turbo preset. I tested everything with the standard performance mode. It's able to top the frame rate of RTX 3080 and RTX 3070 mobile chips pretty much across the board, and while it does slip below the RTX 3080 Ti in the Razer Blade 17, that's a much larger laptop with a much larger price tag. One of my favorite things about the G14 is in the name, it's a 14-inch laptop. The blend of screen real estate and compact size is a great in-between of bulkier 15 and 17-inch designs, and not quite as compromised as a 13-inch model can feel. But the big thing with the 2022 model is that the 14-inch size has been fitted out with a larger 16:10 aspect ratio than previous models' 16:9 panels. When it's running smoothly, the G14's high refresh and high resolution panel also looks fantastic. Being such a bright and colorful IPS display on this model, you really get to soak in every detail. One of the downsides with this machine is the battery life, which really isn't the best while gaming, less than an hour while actually playing. You'll get more when playing videos or doing something boring like working, but we do expect a bit more from a modern laptop. It's not a deal breaker, but definitely something you'll want to bear in mind. Number 1 on the list is Razer Blade 15. The latest spin of the Razer Blade 15 once again improves on one of the best gaming laptops ever made. It has the same gorgeous CNC milled aluminum chassis as its predecessor, only this time it can house one of NVIDIA's latest RTX 30 series GPUs and an Intel 12th Gen Core i9 CPU. We've played with the Razer Blade 15 Advanced with a 10th Gen Intel chip and RTX 3080 95W GPU inside it. And we fell in love all over again. We've also since then tried out the larger Razer Blade 17 with an RTX 3080 Ti opens in new tab, humming away inside it, alongside one of those tasty 12th gen chips, and still stand bewildered by what will fit inside such a compact and neat chassis. That said, you will get some throttling because of that slimline design, and even on the larger Blade 17, the battery life can be a little slim, but you're still getting outstanding performance from a beautiful machine. The Blade 15 isn't the lightest gaming laptop you can buy, but £5 is still way better than plenty of traditional gaming laptops, while also offering similar performance and specs. That heft helps make it feel solid too. It also means the Blade 15 travels well in your backpack. An excellent choice for the gamer on the go, or if you don't have the real estate for a full-blown gaming desktop and monitor. Keyboard snobs will be happy to see a larger shift and half-height arrow keys. The Blade 15 Advanced offers per key RGB lighting over the base model's zonal lighting. Typing feels great, and I've always liked the feel of the Blade's keycaps. The trackpad can be frustrating at times, but you're going to want to use a mouse with this gorgeous machine anyway, so it's not the end of the world. One of the best things about the Blade 15 is the number of configurations opens in new tab Razer offers. From the RTX 3060 Base Edition to the RTX 3080 Ti Advanced with a 144Hz 4K panel, there's something for almost everyone. It's one of the most beautiful gaming laptops around, and still one of the most powerful. Whatever config you pick, we think the Razer Blade 15 is the overall best gaming laptop on the market right now, though you will be paying a premium for the now classic design.